Hey, how's it going, my friends? It's Janelle here from janellema.com. Now, I want to talk to you today about personal branding, and I want to know if you are branding yourself within our network marketing niche. There's a big reason why you want to be doing this, and I want to give you 7 steps today as to, to brand yourself and some ideas about how you brand yourself. So, when you're looking at your network marketing company and you're looking at how you promote that, you have to make sure that you're branding yourself and not the company when you're promoting this out to the public. The reason for that is, if you don't know about that, the reason for that is you don't want to be someone who's branding the company, branding the products, and then all of a sudden that company shuts down or something happens or you have to leave that company for a certain reason and everyone knows you as that company person, not as your personal own brand. So I think it's very important that we understand to brand ourselves no matter what network marketing company or home business we are in. Now this is very different to if you were a traditional business person, because obviously they brand the name of their traditional business, if it's in the community and all that sort of stuff. But in network marketing, it's very different. You brand yourself. And this is what's going to give you long-term success. It's going to keep you stable. And it's going to help people recognize you for you and not the products that you promote. So if you understand that, you will understand why you need to personally brand yourself. So I want to start with these 7 tips. The first one is, how do you brand yourself? You need to do it with personally branding your name. Now this can be it could be one of your names, it could be all 3 of your names, first, middle name, last name. It could be just your first and middle name, it could be your first and last name. It's just, people have to see you for you, so branding yourself with your name is far better than branding you as, something that actually goes along with the company name. So supplement guru or something is not going to brand you properly because you're not branding your own name. People aren't going to recognize and recommend you because really they don't know you. They know the supplement guru. They don't know Janelle Emma. You know what I mean? So this is why we have to be branding our name first, and this is what's going to keep your brand long term no matter what business or company you're in. So branding your name is number 1. Number 2 is knowing your target audience. So we know that if we don't know our target market or our target audience, we're sort of targeting everyone, and that's not going to get us anywhere. We're spreading ourselves too thin. We're not letting people know who we are actually trying to target so they know whether or not to come to us for certain reasons or for us to help them in some way. So knowing your target market is massive. And I think that it's something you have to really sit down and work out, write it down and find out who your target market is and really start to implement that into that target market. So I actually have a PDF that I can give you on target market or your target audience, which can help you to try and nut out who that target market is. But it's something that has to be a part of our brand, is knowing exactly who our target market is and then approaching them for our business, not approaching anyone and everyone. So when you are finding your target market, you obviously want to help them with their needs, help them with their pain, and you want to be focusing on everything you do within your brand is to help them out in some way, not to help yourself. Obviously to help yourself is by helping them out, because that's what makes your paycheck, is to help these people out who are hurting or who need something that you can have or that you do have for them to be able to take hold of and use. So this is a big thing in branding yourself and being your own personal brand, is knowing your target market right down to the core and digging deep, finding who they really are and making sure that we are targeting them in everything that we do, no matter whether that's online or offline or whether it's in videos or posts or whatever. Make sure you're targeting them in every single way and across every single platform that you use. The next one is, number 3, be super specific with your tagline and your slogan. So obviously if you have a target market, you then have to have a slogan or a tagline that represents them. That's something that as soon as they come to your page or as soon as they come to your social media platforms, they know that, oh, I'm in the right place because she's, her tagline says exactly what, it's talking to me. It says exactly what I need, or it says exactly who I am. So if you've got your tagline set out properly and it's perfectly positioning yourself so when people come and visit your page or visit your website or blog, they can see exactly who you are targeting, and they know that they've come to the right page or to the right platform when they come across you. So make sure your slogan and your tagline are spot on. You know, they're exactly what your target market is, and they've got some sort of a thing at the end, a tagline at the end of how you can help them. You know, so there's different ways that you can do that with a tagline. You know, and it could be, I help stay-at-home mums build a kick-ass business in network marketing, or something like that. So you're showing that you're helping a specific market, which is the stay-at-home mums, and you're helping them in a specific niche, which is network marketing. So that's just one example that I'm giving you there. So that's number 3, be specific with your tagline and your slogan. Now, the number 4 is having professional and fun pictures done. So you could get a friend, or you could get some sort of professional photographer, which it does cost a bit of money. So just get a friend to get a really good camera and start taking some pictures of you around the place, outside or down the beach or wherever your favorite spot is, under a tree or something. Have them take some pictures of you, because then that is what's going to help brand you. People are going to see you through those pictures, and they'll be able to pick up your personality. So if you do some really fun ones and they're not all really professional looking, they will see your personality, and that will come across to them without you having to even speak to them. So pictures can say 1,000 words. You know, if you've got some amazing pictures which show your quirkiness or your fun side, or they show, you know, you just with your family and all that sort of stuff, they can see what type of person you are and pick up on your personality just from your pictures. So you can then use those pictures with your brand and spread them out across your social media platforms and your blog and website and all that sort of stuff. And this is really important as well. You know, you have to have pictures there, not just a picture of your dog, not just a picture of a sunset. You know, people need to, if you're branding yourself, you've got to put yourself out there properly. So pictures is a big one. Making sure that they are something semi-professional. They don't have to be, you know, $2,000 pictures that you've got done from some professional photographer. They could just be a friend who has a really good camera that can go and do some fun, quirky pictures for you to show your personality off. So I think that's a really good one. And, you know, you can even look at my page and you see some fun and quirky and family photos and stuff that I have, which is just, you know, that just shows who you are without people needing to talk to you as soon as they come across to your page. If you have that tagline there, if you have those pictures there, you are starting that story off for them before they've even had to contact you. So that's what's creating your personal brand everywhere and anywhere. And this will work for long-term success. So I think this is really important. Number 5 is, what do you want to be known for? You've got to be known for something. You know, you've got to be some sort of expert at something. So what is that? Don't try and spread yourself too thin by trying to be an expert in every single niche, or be an expert at so many different marketing strategies within our niche. Within network marketing, there's so many different strategies, or so many different parts of our network marketing niche that you could be an expert at. But don't try and spread yourself too thin and be an expert at all of them. Make sure you only pick, say, 2 that you're really good at. So for an example, it could be that you're good at approaching stay-at-home mums, and also good at nutrition and wellness, or something like that. So they're 2 different niches, but they can gel together as long as you become the expert at those 2 and nothing else. Make sure that you are the expert at, you know, only 2 of those things, and you don't spread yourself too thin. Otherwise you're going to confuse people. You're going to make people think, what the heck does this girl actually do? What is she actually trying to bring across to me? Because you're showing them too many different things on your posts or on your website and all that sort of stuff. So make sure you only have 2 target markets, which are, you know, 2 different niches that can gel together. And make sure you do that properly. So become an expert at those 2 and nothing else. Don't start spreading yourself too thin and trying to learn a whole bunch of stuff that's just going to get you confused and overwhelmed, and confuse your audience in a big way. It's just not going to work. So your brand is also associated with the products that you promote, obviously. So if those products you promote are in wellness, that, you know, that's part of who you're going to become well known for. So, or if your products promote something along the lines of travel or makeup, then that's what you're going to be well known for, because you've chosen to be in that sort of niche. And, you know, you've got to make yourself an expert at that. But obviously, if they've got 15,000 products, you don't want to be an expert at every single one of those products. You just want to be an expert at certain ones that are really close to your heart and really resonate with you, that you can then put out to the marketplace. And obviously, people will see that when they come across it. The next thing, number 6, is your story. We all know that this is one of the biggest, most crucial parts of our industry and our whole profession, and in branding ourselves, is to know our story back to front. Know it like a queen. Be the expert at it, and make sure you have it down pat. Because if you have your story, you think about Ray Higdon's story. Now, you know, we all know that he was in foreclosure. He had people running after him all the time because he was so dead broke, and he was ringing 20 people a day to try and get 20 no's. And this, you know, this is all his story. So we all know that because that's part of his brand. It's all over his website. He tells it when he's talking to us in most of his videos. So we know that that's his story. We know that this is the reason why he's so successful, because that story is a part of that. So think about how your story can relate to your target market. So, you know, if your story is about being that stay-at-home mum, this is part of my story, you know, being that stay-at-home mum, and I was itching so bad to find something that could be an absolute passion and purpose for myself while my kids were asleep or happily playing. I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum forever and a day. Even when they're in school, I knew I wanted to be there for them every second that they needed me, because they don't have anyone else around. They've only got me 24/7. So I knew that I wanted to be that person that can be there for them no matter what. And I didn't want to be sitting on the couch every day twiddling my thumbs while they're at school, or while they're happily playing or asleep or whatever. So I knew that I had to find something that was a full passion and purpose for me, you know, that I could put my mind into, that I could take my mind out of robot mode and actually start thinking again, and being that mum of, the mum that they see as someone who's motivated and a kick-ass mum, and someone who can really show others around me in our surroundings that I can financially contribute to the family without having to go back to work. So that's part of my story, you know, and if I say that to people enough, they will see that that's targeting my niche, because I'm targeting those other stay-at-home mums who feel that same way. They don't want to be sitting on the couch every day just going, okay, well, there's another load of washing I've got to do. Okay, let's go and mop the floors. You know, they don't want to be that kind of mum. They want to have that purpose and that passion, and show their whole family that they can contribute in some way, and have a huge passion behind that, you know, and be really motivated and hustling all the time to prove to their family and to themselves that, you know, wow, look at mum, look at her go, you know, that type of mum. So, you know, you can see that in my story. You can see how passionate I am about that. And if you become an expert at telling your story and about those sort of things, then that is your niche. You know, you're going to drag those people into you. They're going to be drawn into you by you telling that story all the time. So make that part of your target market by telling your story every single day to people you come across. The other thing, number 7, is be yourself and truly authentic to you. I think this is really important. And I did a video on this the other day, how I wasn't being authentic to myself because I was thinking I had to become so professional and so, you know, out there. And yes, we've got to be out there with our brand. We've got to make people see us and know who we are. But I just felt like I was getting to the point of I was just copying the leaders and wanting to, you know, be more like them because I know they're successful. And that was taking it away from being authentic to myself and true to me. So, you know, you will see more in my videos now that I'm more true to me, I'm more relaxed. And I just talk, you know, as if I would normally talk to my friends and stuff like that. So, you know, as long as you're being truly authentic to yourself, that's bringing out your full personality, and that's what will also draw people into you again, because they are seeing your quirky side. They are seeing your fun side. They are seeing that you have kids pop into your video every now and then, so they can see that you're a family person. Or you know, if you're someone I've seen people do these videos on a horse while they're running and that sort of stuff. So you can see that they're that type of person, you know. So it's just showing your personality and truly being authentic to you, because if you don't be authentic, people won't be drawn to you because they'll feel that you're fakeness. They will feel that you're trying to be like someone else. And And that's just not what will draw people in. So we have to be true to ourselves. We've got to be us. And that's the main part. So that's 7 of those key points of branding yourself. Now, if we're not branding ourselves and we're branding the company, we could be shut down with the company, you know, if that happens. Or we could change our alignment and the way that we see ourselves, and then that doesn't really suit the company anymore, so we go to a different company, and people will then drop off. You will lose customers, you will lose followers, you will lose your audience, because people have followed you for that product and that company, not because you were branding you and they were following you for being who you are. So make sure you are branding yourself and being true to you, and follow these steps, these 7 steps. Now, there are more steps to this. There's actually 10 steps. There's probably heaps and heaps more. But I don't want to go into this too much. I like to keep my videos short and sweet, and so this is why I didn't want to go into the rest of them. But there are 3 more that I'll quickly say to you. Be consistent, get your brand out there, and think long term. So these are massive when you're talking to other people, when you're branding yourself online or offline, and when you're attracting people to you. So do you know about attraction marketing? Do you know about personal branding? I would love to be able to help you on this if it's something that you are a bit confused about, or that you don't think that you've nailed yet. You know, reach out to me and I can help you with that. I know exactly how to do that for you, and I know exactly how to lead you into that to get more people to be attracted to you and your brand. So this is all about branding this week. My next video that I'll be doing will be about branding as well, to give you some more tips on that, and I hope that you enjoy that. So please like or share or comment this if it was of value to you. Please reach out to me if you want to chat more about branding or attraction marketing in any way, and I'll speak to you all on the next video. See ya.